Hello, freaks, geeks, degenerates, weird internet folk, and all you beautiful scrufftards. Welcome to the Warzone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Skruffytalez. And it just keeps on going. Ukraine keeps gaining ground, so we're gonna be taking a look at the maps here and show you that Ukraine is gaining ground day by day, pushing the Russians back. They have such momentum. They just keep pushing the Russians back along the entire front line. It is extraordinary. So we're gonna get into that. In just a sec, we're gonna take a look at some news before that. So let's get on with it. So we're gonna remind ourselves about that these things have been reported on. That the Ukrainian defense minister has said that in March there was beyond more than 35,000 confirmed killed and seriously wounded Russians, verified on video in one month alone. 35,000 casualties, and as it says here, already the fourth consecutive month that the enemy losses exceed the rate of replenishment of its troops, and the Russians recruit roughly 30,000 troops per month. So for 4 months now, Russia has lost more than 30,000 each month, and the Ukrainians are hoping to be able to, down the line, be able to cause 50,000 casualties per month. But I mean, if they have 35,000 confirmed, add in everything that is not confirmed via artillery and shrapnel, indirect fire, my guess is that they are already reaching that strategic goal of 50,000 casualties among the Russians per month, which is incredible, considering that Russians are recruiting roughly 30,000 per month, and Russia could well and truly be losing 40 to 50,000 casualties each month, which probably leans into that Russia is redeploying troops from Donetsk to Zaporizhia, and they've been doing this for a week, just moving troops over to Zaporizhia. This is where Ukraine is pushing back. They have secured something like 500 square kilometers and liberated 500 square kilometers, and it is more than likely linked to the fact that the Russians are beginning to run out of troops, resources, and assets and equipment due to, well, Ukrainian drones, essentially. Anyway, so all of this, awesome. Now we're gonna see how it affects the map. So we know Ukraine is pushing back the Russians all over the place, down here and between Zaporizhia and Huliopol. They're gaining ground at Pokrovsk. They're holding the line at Kramatorsk. And now we're gonna take a look at some interesting locations here north of Kupiansk. You can see here that the Ukrainians are pushing the Russians back. This is roughly 3 or 4 kilometers push, maybe 5 according to this map, but it is a big, substantial push for this war, and the Ukrainians just keep pushing the Russians back at all these different locations along the front line. You can see here, you confirmed, geolocated that Ukraine is pushing up into this pocket here, pushing the Russians back in and around Vovchansk. And take a look, we're gonna go down here to Yampil at Lyman. Take a look, Russian artillery deep into Yampil. So basically half of the town is now contested by the Ukrainians. Ukraine is pushed deep into town, and the Russians are now shelling Yampil like crazy. And we've been talking about this in several videos, why this is important. It is because of the woods here. The Russians want to push through these woods. They offer cover and hiding positions, and so that they can push through and put pressure on Lyman. If the Ukrainians can push north into Yampil and continue up here along this road, for instance, reaching the fields, that means that the Russians over here are cut off and isolated, and the Russians can't rely on the cover of the woods in reaching Lyman. Then they're forced to coming through here, through these wide open spaces where Ukrainian drones can quite easily hunt down Russians out in the open farmland. And we can see further north that the Ukrainians are pushing the Russians back north of Lyman as well. Russia is trying to come in from the north, reaching the Oskil River over here, but Ukraine is pushing back. So Ukraine is pushing back over here, holding the line in the center, and advancing in the south. This is important. This is extremely important. We're seeing Ukraine pushing deeper into Yampil, and this is a threat to the entire Lyman operation. And of course, Lyman is important for the Russians in order to secure the flank as they're pushing in towards Slovyansk. I mean, zooming in here, you can see the bridges here are all destroyed across the river. So getting across the river here is not what the Russians are after. What they want is to secure Lyman in the woods so that Ukraine can't launch drones from these woods down here as the Russians are pushing towards Mykolaiivka, where they need to take Mykolaiivka in order to get across the canal, because here, as you can see, the canal goes underground, and this is where the Russians can cross. Same thing up here at Voda Donbasu. This is where the Russians can cross. They need to this is the only place where they can reliably get across this canal. The same thing happened down at Chasiv Yar, where the Russians, in order to push on Chasiv Yar, pushed up to the canal and then secured 2 crossing points. Let's see, we can move down here. Chasiv Yar, if we zoom in north of Chasiv Yar, we have a crossing point here where it goes underground. And if we follow the canal south, here's another crossing point. So that is where the Russians pushed in to threaten Chasiv Yar, and it's going to be the same thing up here. Now, as you can imagine, if the Ukrainians have these woods and Lyman, drones will just fly down in swarms and attacking every Russian trying to reach these 2 crossing points. It's going to slow down and potentially put a stop to the advance towards Slovyansk if Ukraine is holding Lyman and the woods. Therefore, Russia really needs to push in here. And of course, this is why this is such a huge deal. This fight in Yampil will affect the Russian advance towards Slovyansk. That's how important this is. I'm super excited seeing this, that Ukraine is well and truly pushing in so strongly that Russia is now allocating artillery barrages in order to stop the Ukrainian advance. So while the Ukrainians trapped here in this artillery barrage, I mean, they're suffering. It's hell on earth. But at the same time, it is extremely encouraging that Ukraine is pushing so decisively that Russia is forced to allocate artillery barrages in order to halt the Ukrainian advance. And hopefully it's not enough. Hopefully Ukraine can keep pushing into Yampil and securing this town and putting a lot of pressure on the Russians at Lyman, which will help Ukraine slow down the advance and potentially stop the advance out of Siversk towards Slovyansk and Kramatorsk. That's it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope I'll see you in the next one. As always, go march Ukraine and give them hell. Ash in the air cuts my lungs like a blade. Mud on my boots, but I'm march unafraid. Fire on the hills paints the sky with rage. I'm a shield for the weak, for freedom, this war I wage. Yeah. I will never surrender, never fall.
crawl through the blood and the smoke. I will answer the call against 1,000 orcs with their axes and greed. I'll stand defiant, I'll bleed. All free nations I will lead. Through the air, some of the fire I go. Alone everywhere, no flame will grow. For my children, for their dreams I bleed. Freedom's price is the life I lead. Their war drums thunder, but my heart beats louder. Steel in my hands provides me with power. A sword for the bold, for the ones who won't kneel. The orcs will break their teeth on the edge of my staff. Sacrifice carved in my bones. Freedom won't grow on its own. I will never surrender, never fall, never crawl through the blood and the smoke. I will answer the call against 1,000 orcs with their axes and greed. I'll stand defiant, I'll bleed. Oh, free nations I will lead. Through the air, some of the fire I go. Alone amber where no flame will grow. For my children, for their dreams I bleed. Freedom's price is the life I lead. My knees won't bow to the tyrant's will. Let them try to chain me, I'll break their irons. I will always be free. Through the ash, through the mud, through the fire I climb. For my children to live free until the end.